Okay, I want to do a little math review for those of you who are having trouble with unit conversions in this class. So, the first example I'm going to do is a real basic one. We're just going to measure the length of something. So let's suppose that I had a line segment and I want to measure how long it is. So I take my ruler with the inches side and I hold it up to the line segment, and it looks like it's just about exactly 7 inches. So I write down in my notebook 7 inches. Great. Then my physics teacher comes along and says, no, we want to use centimeters, not inches. How am I going to get this from inches to centimeters? Well, let me first remind you of something that you've learned from math about the number 1. Suppose I multiply 7 inches by the number 1. What would I get? 7 inches times 1 is the same thing, 7 inches. If I multiply anything by the number 1, I get the same thing. So the multiplying by the number 1 doesn't change a number at all. Well, I'm going to use that fact. Let me give you another example of multiplying by the number 1. Suppose I multiplied by 27.63 divided by 27.63. Now, what is this ratio equal to? Well, you know that if the top and the bottom of the numerator and the denominator, the top and the bottom of a ratio here are equal, that means that the ratio must be equal to 1. So this is another way of writing the number 1. 7 inches times this ratio is equal to still 7 inches. You notice that I can write any number I like in this ratio. I can write 6.24 over 6.24, and it's still equal to 7 inches, because this ratio I have kept equal to 1. Well, for the unit conversions, we're going to make use of that. We're going to multiply 7 inches by some ratio, which is equal to 1. But the ratio we're going to put in here is going to have units. What we're going to do, instead of putting a number on the top and another number on the bottom, which are both equal to 1, we're going to put a length on the top and a length on the bottom, and they're both going to be equal to 1. They're going to be equal lengths. So then the ratio will be equal to 1. So first I need to find a length in inches, which is equal to a length in centimeters. I can look that up on a conversion table, and if I do, I'll find the following. 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. That means that if 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, then I can put 1 inch on the bottom and 2.54 centimeters on the top, and this ratio will be equal to 1 because the length on the top is equal to the length on the bottom. The distance of something which is 2.54 centimeters across is also 1 inch across. So this must be equal to 1. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do this problem. The first thing I'm going to do is notice that I've got inches here and inches there. I can cancel those out because one's in the numerator, the other's in the denominator. I don't cancel out the centimeters, so that's going to be my final unit. So I'll write that over here. Now I'm going to plug 7 times 2.54 into a calculator, and I get 7 times 2.54, 17.8. My calculator gave me more digits, but I rounded it off to just use 3 significant digits, 17.8, 1, 2, 3 digits. Now, I can check that and see if it makes sense, because I have left my line segment here and I have a ruler here, so I can hold the ruler up to the line segment and look, and it looks to me like it's about 17.8 centimeters long. So, looks like I did that problem right. Let's try another one. Suppose I drive my car to Canada. My car holds about 13 gallons of gasoline. So I need about 13 gallons of gasoline to fill up the tank of my car. Now, when I get to Canada, I find that they have listed the prices of gasoline in liters. Well, I want to know how many liters my gas tank holds so I know how much it's going to cost me to fill it up. How am I going to do that? Well, again, I have to look up a conversion for gallons to liters, and I find that 3.785 liters equals 1 gallon. That means I can put these two numbers in my ratio and multiply it by 13 gallons. How am I going to do that? Let's see. I've got gallons on the top, and I'm trying to get rid of that gallons. I'm trying to get liters instead of gallons. So I'm going to put liters, it's just the letter L, and then I'm going to put gallons, I'll abbreviate that, gal. On the bottom is going to be 1 gallon, that's a volume, and the equal volume in liters would be 3.785 liters. So a gallon jug of milk contains exactly 3.785 liters of milk. So this amount, this volume is the same as this volume here. Now I can do the math again. 13 gallons, 13 times 3.785, and the answer for the numbers is 49.2. And let's look at the units again. I've got gallons on the top here and gallons on the bottom, so those two cancel out. That way I'm left with liters. So I know that my gas tank holds 49.2 liters of gasoline. Now let me try one more, and let's go the other way this time. Let's suppose that somebody told me that their gasoline, somebody from Canada came to the United States, they told me that their gasoline tank held 40 liters, and they wanted to know how many gallons that was going to hold. Well, suppose I had the same conversion factor. Let me write that down again. 1 gallon equals 3.785 liters. Okay, what do I put in my ratio now? Well, liters are here, but I'm trying to get rid of the liters, and I'm trying to get gallons into my answer. So I'd better put liters where it'll cancel out. I'm going to put it down there. Liters on the top and liters on the bottom will cancel out. I'm going to put gallons here. This is my new unit. This is the unit I want. Now I'm going to have to put a value up here and a value down there so that the top and the bottom of this ratio are equal. Well, all I do is look at my conversion factor again. 3.785 liters is equal to 1 gallon. Now if I do the math, all I have to do is take 40 times 1, that's just 40, divided by 3.785. And I get 10.6. I got some more digits on my calculator, but I'm rounding off again to just 3 significant figures. Now what is my unit? Well, let's check that again. Liters are on top here and liters are on the bottom there, so that means I can cancel liters out. And the gallons is the unit that is left. So you can tell your friend from Canada who has a 40-liter gasoline tank that gasoline tank will take 10.6 gallons.